Is the life that you really want one that has you working 8 hours a day to enjoy 5 in the evening, working 5 days a week to have 2 weeks off at a weekend, working 48 weeks of the year to only take 4 weeks of holiday, or working for 45 years so you can only enjoy 10 in retirement? This is a broken system and you need to start your journey entirely differently. If you've been on this hamster wheel for ages, I'm going to give you the 3 key ways that I've managed to remove myself from the day to day, from living that life of being all about the work, but no lifestyle. So if this is your first time here, my name's Gary Dass. I've been in business since 2006. My companies have generated in excess of £20 million, and I spent a decade making all the mistakes, working 12-hour days, being the first in and the last out, even though I had a team of 15. But in 2016, everything fundamentally changed. And in 2018, I made a huge step to no longer work past 5 or 6 p.m. so I could actually have dinner with my kids pretty much every evening since 2018. For years, I followed that mindset. I call it the employee mindset, where we do 9 till 5. You get some entrepreneur's guilt where you feel guilty when you're not working, and when you're not with your family, you feel guilty. It's a huge quandary and a massive pendulum, because you want to be dedicating more time. You know there's things that you need to do in your business, but then you feel guilt because you're not spending time with the family that you love the most. And that employee mindset is what kept me trapped for so many years. I've been a great employee. I've been a top performer at pretty much every company I worked for. I've had a dad who's been self-employed since his mid-20s, and I'd observed and watched him working in that particular style of essentially doing it all the time. But when I was back to work 3 days after my first daughter was born in 2012, that is one of my biggest regrets, was missing out on that. Fortunately, I've been able to change that with my other 3 children, and lifestyle has been the biggest game changer to put focus and attention and effort on. When my mum passed away in 2022, it really gave me that opportunity to slow down, to reflect. And here's the crazy thing. Over the course of 6 to 8 months, while my head and mindset were not in the business particularly, I wasn't based in my office with my team, my business still grew by 35%. And it's because of these 3 key things that you need to start implementing into your business as soon as possible. As an advisor, I know how busy it can be, and being busy is what keeps you feeling trapped. You're constantly speaking to clients, chasing for documents, keying AIPs, doing research, making recommendations, submitting applications, making money on a day-to-day basis. And I work with so many advisors who are business owners with teams, and yet they are still bringing in the highest amount of revenue. How, as somebody who has perhaps a couple of admins, 3 or 4 advisors, are you the number 1 income generator in your business? The highest value activity that you as a founder, a business owner, a leader can have is, number 1, creating demand for your brand and your business, driving new relationships, new partnerships, generating new leads. Number 2 is looking after your team. It's about making them better. It's about improving their mindset and their skill set. If you are constantly the top performer, as I have been many times over, that is what's keeping you trapped. You have to delegate and elevate in order to be able to go to the next level in life and in business. Having a team creates time to focus on higher value activities. And guess what? Your best ideas are going to come when you're not in the advisor seat doing the job. Your business will grow the more you let go and give tasks and roles to other people. So the first thing you need to focus on is utilizing and building and adding systems that create time, not just income. Removing all the repetition, building consistency into your sales process, making sure that when you are not in the office, the team are able to follow the process together. And I'm sure you would rather focus on the things that you enjoy. So by owning a process and a system and making it repetitive and consistent and having a way in which you can check what is going on, then you can begin to let go so you can grow. The second thing is simplifying your focus. I used to have so many plates spinning at any one point in time. And if one dropped, then things would go wrong. I've had conversations with coaching clients this week that don't prioritize the lead generation. They're focusing on getting the deals done. They're fearful of taking on a full-time administrator. curator. They don't understand why they should take on a marketer. But here's the thing, in paying £25,000 and not submitting that AIP or that application, you're going to be able to have another conversation with a client, maybe two, that is going to create you new additional income. While it may be faster and quicker and more efficient for you to do the AIP and you to do the application, for example, it's stopping you creating that next level of income. So by simplifying your focus to work smarter and spend more time with clients, to put time in your diary that you allocate as an appointment to network, to do lead generation, to post content, that's going to build your brand. That's going to create new income. The question you need to ask yourself in simplifying your focus is this a money-making activity or is this an admin activity? Can only I do it or could I give it to somebody else to do it? Because the more you focus on £1,000 tasks, the quicker your business is going to grow, the better your lifestyle is going to be. The third and final is choosing to scale. Now, scale to me is about working towards the lifestyle that you want to have. Knowing your numbers are vital. How much do you want from an ideal life perspective as a profit figure, and then reverse engineering that into the expenses, the turnover, the sales, the appointments, the leads, the actions that drive the leads. If you don't know your numbers and you don't choose to scale to go for the life that you truly want, then you're never going to get there. And looking at athletics as a perfect example, if you look at the journey of somebody who has won, say, a gold medal, the amount of times that they finished 8th one year, then 6th the next year, then maybe 4th the year after that, then they had a 5th, then they went to 2nd, and then guess what? They ended up winning the gold. We're always looking for short-term wins in the quickest possible way, but forgetting about the long-term journey. I think it's Bill Gates that said, people overestimate what they can achieve in a year and underestimate what they can achieve in 10. If you set that crystal clear destination, then every decision moves you one step closer to those financial goals. And when you back it with numbers, data doesn't lie. So if you know your numbers and you know your data, which is what we get our clients focused on, you'll begin to scale and grow much easier. The old way that I mentioned at the outset is not about balance. It's about survival. If you're in the same place every single year and you're not improving, not growing, not making more money, if you're not beating inflation, then technically your business is going backwards. And you have to make a decision and a choice that you want to systemize, that you want to scale, and that you want to achieve the life that you truly set out to when you began your business journey. I think it's about time we stopped and we began to redefine what success looks like. If you really break down what a day in the life for you is, and if you really break down what your ideal year looks like, then you can begin to create it. So I'd urge you to think about, what does balance truly mean to you? What do you want from 2025? And let me know in the comments. Let me know on a social media channel. I'd love to interact with you and keep the conversation going, because the episodes that I've got coming up are all about helping you to build a better business so you can live the lifestyle that you truly want. I'm going to be sharing some of my challenges, some of the journey that I've been on, so you can avoid those pitfalls and you can come out with the success that you truly want. Thanks very much indeed for tuning in. We are almost at episode 350 and I've got a banger coming for you. So I look forward to seeing you next week.